Xbox tried to join the rest of the industry with $80 video games, and shocker, we noticed. Yeah, $550 Nintendo Switch 2 is not a big deal, but in today's world, if eggs are expensive, if milk is too expensive, or if video games are too expensive, you will hear from my lawyer. Yeah, in fact, in an almost unheard of move this week, Xbox backed off of price increases faster than a trash-talking Call of Duty player who realizes that your mic actually does work. Yeah, we're diving into Xbox's failed pricing play this week and why it blew up in their faces and what this means for the future of things like Game Pass, AAA pricing, and of course, you, the gamer, who, if you're anything like me, is already broke from all the cool games that are coming out this year. But anyway, in case you're new to this story, let's break this down. Back in June, Microsoft revealed that The Outer Worlds 2, one of the biggest upcoming RPG games, would launch for $79.99 in the United States. Yeah, that's $80 in case you can't do the math. And there is no bundled in season pass, there's no DLC, there's no collector statue, not even a lanyard included with that cost. That is just a video game. And to no one's surprise, the internet exploded. Reddit threads completely popped off. Gamers started canceling pre-orders and the memes began flowing in. $80 for a sequel to a sequel that no one finished? This isn't even Skyrim with space lasers. Microsoft executives really showing their true colors. We charged more and we gave them nothing extra. And obviously Reddit and X just completely continued to cook Xbox for this announcement. Some of my favorite reactions to this: $80 is wild, especially when the last exclusive Xbox had launched broken. Microsoft is already charging my soul for Game Pass, and now they want my dignity for individual games as well. Bro, I haven't even beaten Outer Worlds 1, and now you're charging me a rent payment to play the second one. Even loyal Xbox fans are scratching their head at this announcement, and then you have like industry analysts who are coming in and being like, this is part of a larger trend towards higher cost games, and it's prestige pricing in gaming, and to no surprise, gamers responded to that by saying like, prestige these nuts. Anyway, back to the story. 3 weeks after the announcement, here we are this week, and Microsoft has just pulled a full 180 by announcing that The Outer Worlds 2 would not be priced at $80, but instead a standard $69.99. Refunds were issued to anyone who pre-ordered at the higher price, and there was no press conference, no dramatic trailer, just a little blog post saying, oops, sorry guys, still, please buy our game. Which, to Xbox credit, I mean, at least they listened to their credit. Like Xbox legit this generation should make a shirt that just says, mess up, listen, unmess up, and then repeat, because that is literally this generation. And look, I don't want to hate on them because it is rare that a gaming giant actually listens to feedback, let alone act on it so fast. So while the original move was bad, the walkback, genuinely refreshing, and I feel like should be applauded, and we should see more people do this. But the question still remains, why did Microsoft even begin to push out $80 games in the first place, right? The official party line for all the big studios right now are like, development costs are rising, which, sure, games are more expensive to make. Ray tracing needs like 16 wizards, a blood ritual, and a virgin sacrifice to function, and we all know that virgins are hard to come by these days. But here's the thing, if your games are getting more expensive to make, maybe don't rely on the customer to carry the weight, especially when your company is worth like $3 trillion. Like, let's not forget that Microsoft went on a huge shopping spree and bought so many studios to the point that they're out of money now. And now they look at the fans and they're like, hey, do you mind chipping in? And I'm like, no, fam. I put pizza rolls on that grocery list. You're the one who decided to come home with Activision Blizzard. I'm not paying for that. And look, to be fair, Xbox is not alone here, right? Sony and Nintendo, both companies have already dipped their toes into 70-plus video game territory, and Tears of the Kingdom launched at $70. Mario Kart World is like $79.99, and then who knows, it might even be going up even more expensive. And let's not forget, Call of Duty is charging full price every single year for the exact same video game, just 3 of the maps have been tweaked, and now Seth Rogen is in the game. But the difference I think that you have to come back to is that those games are often seen as a premium, right? There's definitely going to be some comments on that one. People are going to be like, Did he just call Call of Duty a premium experience? The point that I'm trying to make is that The Outer Worlds 2 isn't exactly a household name among gamers. Trying to launch it as a premium plus pricing strategy was like putting gold rims and a battery on a Kia Soul and being like, it's a Tesla. No, it's not. It's a Kia Soul. But anyway, here's my takeaway, right? Gamers still have power. Your tweets, your Reddit threads, your angry quote retweets, they work. Microsoft heard the backlash and completely changed course. That's not just rare, that's something to remember the next time a publisher tries to sneak in more fees, more microtransactions, or even fewer features for the same price that we paid in the past. You and I, we are the market. And this time, the market clapped back and the developer said, all right, we'll change this back. So anyway, sound off. Let me know what you think about this story. Was Xbox just testing the water with $80 games? Or do you think that this was a misfire and they hoped that nobody would notice with this? And where do you think the ceiling will be for what gamers are willing to spend? Very interested in your thoughts on this topic. So please sound off in the comment section as always.